Hello and welcome everyone to my channel, Teatime and Spells. My name is Melissa and welcome to my month in review video for July. It's a bit of a chaotic one, I'm going to let you know right now, because I'm not very prepared. Real life has been incredibly busy for me the past couple weeks, hence why this video is about 2 weeks into July. And it's not even July, it's August. That is exactly why this video is a little bit chaotic. I'm actually drinking some passion fruit flower tea, which is supposed to help with memory and calmness. We'll see if it works. If you are interested to see what I have accomplished for the month of July and what I'm working on in the month of August, then go ahead and grab yourself something to drink, maybe some snacks, and let's get into it. So, for the month of July 2025, I had one completion, and that was the gorgeous Night Melody by Margaret Morales. And as you can see, I did not do my journal entry in my journal where I like to log in my different ones that I've completed. So I figured, you know what, we're gonna just do it together. I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to the whole journaling thing. So I started junk journaling as kind of like dipping my toes into it. And I really like all the pretty stickers and I love the washi tape and everything. But when it comes to actually doing it, the process, I'm a little bit on the fence, not gonna lie. And I am definitely not very aesthetic compared to others. And I know we should not be comparing ourselves to others, but sometimes it could be a little bit difficult when you see so many pretty things and you're like, I want to do that. I want my stuff to look just as pretty. So this is my attempt at trying to be a little bit organized and have a pretty journal with what I got and not break the bank doing it. Because that's another thing. Like all hobbies, our beloved diamond painting included, it could be a bit of a bank breaker sometimes. We can go a little overboard, let's be honest. We want all the pretty things. We want all the pretty washi tape, the pretty pens, the trays. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at the Halloween-y stuff because spooky season is upon us. Close enough anyways. And I'm looking at some Halloween trays and some Halloween pens and I'm like, oh boy, I can get a little crazy. So for this one, this is my 11th completion. So I got some basic stuff. I got just like a basic stencil here. And I got these markers that my husband got for me, actually. These are the ones that he got from Walmart. They are the twin tip sketch markers, King Art, 24 pack. I want to say it was like maybe 15, 20 bucks. So it's not the Ohuhu, I believe is what they're called, the Ohuhu markers, but you know, that's okay. They do the trick, especially if I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's okay. Again, it's a work in progress. I'm trying to figure out if I like the whole junk journaling thing. I like having some kind of a record though. I do like that. But, you know, I don't know if I need to go so much into detail, which is why I like, there we go. See, that works. I go with just the basics. And all I like to do when it comes to my diamond painting entries is I like to just take all the stickers that Diamond Art Club provides for us and kind of put them in my journal. Nicer than that. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't maybe scooch it over a little bit. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit more. That way I kind of have a record of what kind of canvas it was. Like in this case, this Margaret Morales piece was a round one. And I really really liked working on this particular one because it was round. And the round kits just, they go so much quicker. And, you know, there was a lot of color blocking involved with this one. I had a great time working on this one. And it was a big surprise for me, honestly. And I think the reason why it was a big surprise is because Margaret Morales's work is very soft. It is very much a watercolor painting, and it's got those beautiful colors. Love it. But translating to diamond painting form, you know, it can be really hit or miss from what I've seen from other companies. You know, and the thing is I've seen Margaret Morales's pieces, a lot of her work done by other, you know, creators who diamond paint. So I don't know why I was surprised. I should have just been like, yep, nope, that's the standard. They do really good with her stuff. I should have just realized that. But for some reason, seeing is believing sometimes, you know? Sometimes you have to see it and you have to do it to know if you like it or not. You know, and sometimes it's a vibe or it's a mood thing for sure. I was very much heavy into like a Midsummer's Night's Dream. That was kind of like my theme this summer, was I wanted to work on pieces that were more of that kind of a theme, whimsical, fantasy, very summery and flowery. And this one definitely took a cake. So as you can see here, I'm rating it 5 stars. Absolutely. She deserved all 5 stars. And then I'm just going to quickly write in here what my favorites were. You know what? I think what I loved most about this, like some notes, is that how this kit really surprised me. And I can't spell, because that's not how you spell surprised. I don't think anyways. I don't know. My mind is so addle-brained. How about this memory tea? Maybe that'll help me out. It doesn't taste the greatest, I'll be honest. It was kind of a loose leaf tea that I picked up from a shop, and not the best that I've tried. So this kit really surprised me. I really enjoyed how the artist's art, that doesn't sound very good, but the artist's art translated to diamond painting. Yeah. It had a great mix of color blocking and confetti. And that is one thing. I'm going to say it's more heavy on the color blocking than confetti because the whole outer rim of the kit was color blocking, which is great if you enjoy color blocking. I do. For those who do not, you might be kind of like about it. But in the middle, she was really good. So treasure card. Let's see. Got my little, here we go. Got my little stack here. I think she was bronze. She was, okay. So we got a bronze treasure card. Treasure card. Bronze. Oh, and one thing. Ooh, I'm gonna make a note of. Mystery box. Ooh, I think it's 11. I think it's mystery box 11 exclusive. And because of that, there is no price. I was incredibly fortunate to get this piece in a mystery box alongside Rita Kanya's Mermaid Empress, which I've yet to unbox, and Autumn Sunset by Joanna Gerard. I have not unboxed that one either. I need to, because I'm actually going to be working on that. Ooh, can I fit this anywhere? No. We're just gonna fit it right there. There we go. It could be for my next one, which is Fairy Lights, so I have not completed that one yet, by the way. The only one I completed was this one. But as I was trying to say, I am going to be working on Autumn Sunset probably here very soon as I'm done with Fairy Lights, because my job, our clinic, just moved to a new location with a lot of large empty walls. And I was given permission by the doctor that I work for, who owns the clinic space, to go ahead and hang up what I want, as long as it's like appropriate. You know, Night Melody is gorgeous and everything, but she doesn't exactly fit the theme of a chiropractic clinic, so we're not going to be hanging her up. No, instead, Autumn Sunset I thought would be a great picture to hang up in the clinic. It's also a larger piece, and I thought, you know what, the colors are nice and muted. We're going to be going into the fall season here soon, and I thought that would make a great complementing piece for the clinic. And I showed him the image of it, and he said, yep, nope, that looks good. I said, great, give me like 4 to 6 weeks and I'll get it done for you. He kind of looked at me like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, well, I have to do it. Like, you have to place each drill on a canvas. And he's like, oh, okay. If you really want to. I really do. And, you know, I'm so glad I decided to hang on to that piece, because now I have a purpose for it. So, and it's going to be the perfect complementing piece for spooky season. But back to my first completion. Let's take a look at the finished product. All right, so here she is in all her glittery glory. And she is currently being supported by my son, so no face reveals. But here we have Margaret Morales' Night Melody. So it's a beautiful moth fairy. This was a round drill kit. It was a 22 by 31, and my son is demonstrating how it sparkles in the sun when you move it around. This was round drills, and it was 66 colors. And as you can see here with the border, a lot of color blocking. Lots of color blocking. Even in the fairy herself, like, there was color blocking. Oh, look how she glitters. Lots of fairy dust. Like, all of this white was fairy dust. It was gorgeous. And there were some ABs in there. There was also these, like, stained glass window kind of looking ones. I think they're frosted drills. It is right here, like these kind of gold ones. Those ones were really pretty. So that was Night Melody. I actually finished her in just a couple weeks. I was just really in the mood for her. She was going so well. I was having a lot of fun. So I decided I was going to just zip right through her. So that was my first completion of July. All right, so not really a completion in July for the diamond painting, but for its gorgeous frame. So we picked up this frame from a antique shop for $8. And there was a print that was really crumpled in it, so we tore out the print, took the frame and the diamond painting itself to Hobby Lobby, and we got a custom matting job done. And they did a really, really good job. She turned out amazing. This is Teatime Spell by Chrisabug. This was the diamond painting that started it all. This is what actually influenced me to start my own channel. So it holds a lot of special meaning, and I just love this piece. All right, and moving on to my work in progresses from July into August, and that would be Fairy Lights. So I started Fairy Lights the first week of July. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna swap through her and Night Melody and just go switch on and off. That works great when you're feeling burnt out on a piece, but because I wasn't feeling burnt out on Night Melody, I just powered through Night Melody, and then I moved on to Fairy Lights, and then I was continuing to work on her all the way through until the end of July, until I ran into some snags. So, Fairy Lights, this one is the older stock. It was recently restocked, which is awesome. Grab it if you can. This I got from a D-stash though, because it was out of stock and I didn't know if it was going to restock, and someone was kind enough to let me purchase her for below retail. And I was really happy because I got the old toolkit for it. Super excited. Couple things to note about this particular older stock, and it could be because of the age, I don't know. The glue has been a bit of a pain. So we can kind of see, in fact, I noticed this when I was taking it kind of out a little bit. Like right here, I'm starting to lose a couple of drills. And then I noticed it was really, really bad over in this area. Yeah. So let me see if I can't zoom in here. Ooh, yep, that was zooming in all right. Let's see here. Okay, so you see how right there we've got the E and the Y. There is absolutely no stickiness there. None whatsoever. I thought, whoops, maybe it was, you know, me and I left it open, or, you know, something along those lines. But all of the drills surrounding that area had glue. It was perfectly fine. And I tried, you know, doing a couple different things, you know, like maybe trying to get it to stick with like some putty or wax. Nope, wouldn't work. So in the end, I had to buy some of this Dot Sticks adhesive. And I'm going to do it on video with you guys. We're going to learn together. Not today, but we're going to test this to see how well it works for getting a canvas sticky again. For a lot of us, we might be getting some older canvases, you know, that are archived and no longer available from other companies. And we might run into problems like these where they're just not very sticky. So having something like an adhesive to get the stickiness back would be great without ruining the rest of the painting. So I'm gonna try that maybe later on tonight, actually. Looking at the directions, what does it say? Do they have directions? Let's see here. Start dotting once adhesive dries clear. Apply a thick coat with a brush or spatula. Okay. Well, we're going to use a Q-tip because I got like a tiny 2x2 square to do it on. So I'll probably take a little Q-tip or something like that, apply it, leave it maybe overnight, see how it works, and then we'll come back and in the morning, cross your fingers, I could place the 4 missing drills. But that was the one I noticed a few weeks ago, and then I noticed just the other one up top earlier today. I really, really wanted to get her done, and we're gonna look at the very bottom. I mean, she's almost done. I've got like this left, and a lot of this is color blocking, and this is color blocking. The flowers though, oh my God, the confetti. That's what really slowed me down. That, along with the fact that I had 2 days that I didn't diamond paint because of a migraine, and then 2 days I didn't diamond paint because of a tornado. So if I had had those 4 days, I probably would be done. I really wanted to get her done before I went on vacation to California at the beginning of the month, but oh well, it is what it is. You know, it's not like I'm under any kind of time pressure or anything like that. It was just a personal goal, and unfortunately I didn't meet it, and that's okay. So my goal is to get her done hopefully this week. It is currently, let's see, what's today's date? Tuesday, August 12th. and I'm hoping to get her done by the end of the week. And then I need to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of August. So we got some pretty big events coming up here in the next couple months. For those in the diamond painting community, if you do or do not know, Drills and Chills 2025 starts in September. Now this is a diamond painting event where you basically focus on all the fall and Halloween and spooky kits, and you get to do them and you participate in a fun group, get to share, your progress with other people. You can, submit your progress for prizes. It's a lot of fun. And Katie from Diamonds and Washi and Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights are the two co-hosts. And so they're the ones who are doing Drills and Chills for 2025. Drills and Chills for the grand prize requires a start and a finish, and it runs from September 1st to October 31st. So I already know what I'm going to be entering for that, and it's going to be Spooky Gamer Girl. It's not going to take me 2 months to do Spooky Gamer Girl, hopefully. So I have another event that I decided to enter into, and that's the Cat Fedora DP event, and that starts September 1st as well. That one, as far as I know, does not require a start or a finish. So I'm debating on if I want to bring out my Cat Fedora painting that I've got from Jada Gym Shop, or if I want to work on some littler ones that are, spooky season friendly, like the ones I got from Michael's. Maybe kind of do a little bit of a palette cleanser with something like that, while also maybe working on Autumn Sunset. Maybe getting Autumn Sunset kitted up, because I think I have to look up to see how many colors Autumn Sunset is. Let's see. All right, so here it is. Yeah, big boy. 25.6 by 34.3 inches. And it is, oh my goodness, light, 45 colors. Okay, so I had been mentioning in my latest whips my latest whip and chats, that I was really, really looking into maybe getting a set of Forever Young trays, that Forever Young tray storage system. And they happen to have a set of 45 that comes in like a box thing, which would work out really well. So maybe what I might do is I might buy that set and have it be the set that goes with Autumn Sunset. And then that way I can pull out Autumn Sunset, work on it a little bit here and there, while also working on, maybe some smaller kits for the rest of this month. And then come September, I can work on the Cat Fedora one at the same time as Spooky Gamer Girl, because I have my 2 round cylinder storage units, and those can work for the Cat Fedora and the Spooky Gamer Girl sets. So that, I think, might be the plan. Autumn Sunset technically goes with the vibes of Drills and Chills, so this one would work really well. The Cat Fedora one I have is The Apprentice, which, I mean, maybe it kind of works with Drills and Chills, but I don't really think so. I think it's going to be isolated to just the Cat Fedora DP event, I think. So I think those are my plans. I want to test this adhesive on my Fairy Lights one, get this one completed this week. Maybe I'll go ahead and buy that Forever Young storage unit and do a kit up with Autumn Sunset. I also need to open the sucker up and kind of take a look at everything, make sure I have everything. That would be good before, I get going on it. And then I think I might, finish a couple of my small little miniature ones. I also need to do a post review on the Dragons mini kit. That was not a July finish, that was an August finish, but I do want to talk about that, because especially after Michael's, you know what I might wait until I finish the Halloween cocktail Michael's set and do kind of a comparison between the two, because I've got some thoughts and I'd like to share them with you. So, but I think that's going to be it for this video. chaotic all over the place. Thank you for bearing with me and joining in on the chaos. Hopefully things will kind of start settling down. Personally, it's just been hectic because I was gone last week on vacation to go see family, which was awesome. It was amazing. It was great. Turned into a mini family reunion, which was a wonderful surprise. But I left for vacation like 5 days after we just moved into a brand new location for work. And I came back to work yesterday to chaos. Lots and lots of chaos. So much paperwork, things not working because, again, I didn't have time to test everything before we were out on a plane. So, you know, it's damage control mode right now, and it's been a little hectic. And then, you know, school starts next week, so let's add everything to the plate right now. Hence the tea. That doesn't taste very good. I don't think it works very well either. So, I will see you guys in my next video, which will very likely be a whip and chat. Probably going to be working on her. Maybe the last few little bits. That would be great. But yes, I will talk with you guys in my next video, my whip and chat. Tell you all the drama, all the fun that I experienced in California, all that stuff. I got so much to talk about. So if you are curious and want to hear more and hear me fumble around with my words, then hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed the video and all its chaos, hit the like button. What was your favorite completion for July? What was your favorite part of July? Not even diamond painting related. What was your favorite part about July? You know, I'd love to hear that. I love hearing all of your guys' comments. They gave me so much joy. You know, I read every single one and responded to you guys while I was out in California, and you guys made me smile so much. So thank you so very much for all the support, and I look forward to talking with you guys in the next video. Bye!